Welcome back to the Board Business Channel. We've got an exciting one for you today. We're heading over to Taiwan to explore this really cool company called True Coffee. They're making some serious waves in the coffee world. But before we dive in, I got to give a shout out to Steve, the executive director of the Arizona Taiwan office. He's always on the lookout for amazing Taiwanese businesses, ones with the potential to expand to Arizona. And he's the one who tipped us off about True Coffee. So thanks, Steve.
Yeah, Steve's got great taste.
He really does. Okay, so let's get down to it. We've got our expert here to break it all down. So what's the story with True Coffee? What makes them so special?
Well, True Coffee was founded by this amazing guy, Wang. And his background is really what makes this so interesting. Endy was a big deal in the restaurant industry. He was the vice chairman of Wow Prime.
Wow Prime.
Yeah, Wow Prime. They're like a huge restaurant group in Taiwan.
Oh, wow. Like a major player, huh?
Oh, yeah. He co-founded the company, launched a whole bunch of successful brands, and even led them to an IPO.
An IPO? Wow. So he took the company public.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty impressive stuff.
That's incredible. So after all that success in the restaurant world, what made him decide to start a coffee company?
Well, it's kind of like his second act, and this time, it's all about giving back.
Oh, I like that. A second act with a purpose. So why coffee?
Well, Endy wanted to create a business that would make a real difference in the world. What they call social entrepreneurship.
Using business to solve social problems.
Exactly. And he chose coffee because it's something that people all over the world love and drink every day.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Definitely can't function without my morning coffee.
Right. It's a huge market. And there's this really heartwarming story behind it, too. Apparently, Endy and his wife would always unwind with a cup of coffee after those crazy long days in the restaurant world.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. And that kind of sparked the idea for True Coffee. Why not create a coffee business that not only makes amazing coffee, but also does something meaningful for the world?
I love that. So going from running a huge, fast-paced restaurant empire to the world of coffee, that must have been a huge change of pace. Did he ever miss the restaurant scene?
Not at all. He jumped into True Coffee with the same passion and energy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But this time it was all about making a difference. He structured True Coffee as a social enterprise, meaning they're committed to giving back to the community.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Get this. They dedicate 50% of their profits to a very specific cause.
50%?
Yeah.
Seriously? That's incredible. Most companies wouldn't even dream of giving away that much. What's the cause?
Well, it all started with Endy's travels to Africa.
Africa.
Yeah. He went there to source the best coffee beans for True Coffee.
Makes sense.
But while he was there, he saw firsthand the struggles that many communities were facing.
Yeah.
Especially the lack of access to clean water.
Oh, wow. That's heartbreaking.
It really is. And there's this one story that really stuck with him. He saw women walking for miles every single day just to get clean water for their families.
Wow. That's powerful. So that's what inspired him to focus on providing clean water.
Exactly. And that's where that 50% of profits comes in. It goes directly towards funding clean water projects in these communities.
That's amazing. So when you buy a cup of True Coffee, you're not just getting a caffeine fix, you're also helping someone get access to clean water.
Pretty cool, huh?
That's beyond cool. But with such a big focus on social impact, how do they make sure they're also delivering amazing coffee? Quality can't be an afterthought, right?
Oh, absolutely not. Endy knew that to make a real difference. True Coffee had to be exceptional in every way.
Okay, so how did they do that?
Well, first of all, they decided to work directly with small coffee farms.
Cutting out the middleman.
Yeah. That way, they could ensure that the farmers got a fair price for their beans and that the coffee was ethically sourced.
That's a win-win.
Exactly. And then there's the team. They've put together this incredible group of coffee experts, award-winning roasters, champion baristas.
The best of the best.
Exactly. They even won the roasting championship at the World Coffee Events back in 2013.
Wow, a world championship.
Yep. They're serious about their coffee.
That's impressive. So we've got amazing coffee, a powerful social mission. What about the people behind it all? What's it like working at True Coffee?
Well, Endy's a big believer in taking care of his team.
That's great.
He's all about creating a positive work environment where everyone feels valued. They have mentorship programs for new hires, to help them grow their skills.
So they invest in their employees.
They really do. And get this, during the holidays, they even arrange family visits for their employees.
Oh, That's so nice.
Yeah. Endy really wants to foster a sense of community.
I love that. It's amazing how they've achieved so much in less than 10 years. The coffee market's super crowded these days. How did they manage to stand out so quickly?
That's a great question. Endy has this really interesting perspective on competition. He believes that markets are never really saturated. They just redistribute themselves.
Interesting.
The key is to offer something different, something that truly resonates with people. It's not just about selling a product. It's about creating an experience.
So, going beyond just the transaction,
And that's...
creating a connection with the customer.
You got it. Come True Coffee focuses on educating their customers about the world of coffee. They share knowledge through your blog and through in-store interactions. They want people to understand where their coffee comes from, the care that goes into making it, and the impact it has.
They're creating a whole coffee culture.
Exactly.
This is so inspiring. I'm suddenly craving a Come True coffee right now. But first...
Yeah, they're doing some really cool things.
So tell me, how are they actually, like, changing the game in the coffee world? What else makes them stand out? Because, the coffee scene is pretty competitive.
It is. It is. And they're definitely shaking things up a bit.
I like that.
One of the things that I thought was really interesting is their focus on innovation. They're not afraid to try new things and experiment.
Give me an example.
Okay, so their signature drink is called the Come True Coffee Souffle.
A coffee souffle?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's this fluffy, cloud-like creation that's kind of like a coffee and a dessert all in one.
Oh, wow. That sounds delicious.
It is, and it's super popular.
I can see why it's unique. You don't see that at every coffee shop.
Exactly.
So they're appealing to, like, both our taste buds and our Instagram feeds.
Okay.
It's very visual.
Absolutely. And they're always coming up with new flavors and seasonal specials.
Oh, fun. So there's always something new to try.
Exactly.
It sounds like they found a really good balance between doing good
Yeah.
and serving up seriously good coffee.
They have.
But I'm curious about, with all this talk about expansion and innovation, I want to talk a little bit about Endy himself. What kind of leader is he? What's his vision for the future of the company?
He's a really interesting guy.
Yeah.
He's got this infectious enthusiasm for the company's mission. You can tell it's not just a business for him. It's a calling.
Oh, that's great.
And he leads by example. He really inspires his team.
So he's built a strong company culture.
He really has. He emphasizes teamwork and collaboration. He wants everyone to feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves.
I love that. So what does he see for the future of Come True Coffee?
Well, he's got big dreams.
Well,
he wants to expand the company's reach globally.
So not just Taiwan.
Not just Taiwan.
Oh, wow.
He wants to take Come True Coffee to the world.
I can definitely see that happening.
And he's also really committed to supporting coffee farmers and promoting sustainable practices in the industry.
So it goes beyond just his company.
It does. He wants to make a real difference in the coffee world as a whole.
That's fantastic. It's not just about profit. It's about making the world a better place.
Exactly.
One cup of coffee at a time.
That's the idea.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
This is an amazing story. I feel like we could talk about Come True Coffee all day.
Me too.
But we do have to move on. So
Yeah.
what does this all mean for our listeners? Why should they care about Come True Coffee?
I think it comes down to this. Come True Coffee is a great example of how businesses can be a force for good. It shows us that we don't have to sacrifice quality or profit to make a positive impact.
Right. It's a good reminder that every cup of coffee we buy is a choice. We can choose to support companies that align with our values.
Exactly. And Come True Coffee's success really proves that consumers are looking for brands with a purpose. They're not just buying a product.
Yeah.
They're buying into a story.
Yeah. It's like voting with our wallets,
Yeah.
supporting the businesses that are making the world a better place.
Exactly.
And it's not just about these big global issues either.
Right.
Think about the impact they have on their employees, creating that positive work environment.
It's a ripple effect.
It really is. From the farmers to the employees to the customers,
Yeah.
everyone benefits.
Yeah, everyone.
Well, I'm so impressed by Come True Coffee. They're a perfect example of what's possible when you combine passion, purpose, and a really good cup of coffee.
I agree. They're definitely onto something special.
This has been such an inspiring conversation. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us.
My pleasure.
It was great having you on the show. And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on the Board Business Channel. We hope you're leaving today feeling inspired to seek out businesses that are making a difference. And hey, if you're ever craving a truly exceptional cup of coffee that also does good for the world, be sure to check out Come True Coffee Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications.